sorry, I'll be sitting down. So, I'm very happy to be with you today to talk about packaging and how it can help you reinvent the customer's experience. To introduce myself, so I'm Marissa Armediras, and I'm the CEO of the Cosfibel Group, which has been leading the pack and gift industry for 20 years now. And before that, I was not at all in packaging. I'm very new in this industry. I used to work in digital and marketing, so very different. I used to be a startupper, and then I've been the chief digital officer for L'Oréal Active Cosmetics branch, so a very different background. And our ambition at Cosfibel is, in fact, to create memorable customer experiences because we believe packs and gifts are an escapable way to create customers' experience and value. And my personal ambition in all this, and the reason why 30 years old digital native girl has been in the packaging industry, is to create the bonds between digital and marketing, customer centricity, and packaging, which is a kind of old-fashioned industry. We have three key product verticals in which the red line is always creating experience. Pack, which is the first thing you'll see from a product. Gifts, which will enhance the experience when your client leaves and he will have an additional gift beyond the purchase. And wrapping. And wrapping is the last point in retail that will enhance the experience, the shopping bag, the ribbon, the foldable pack that you will go away with. And we also evolve in three industries, mainly beauty, wine and spirits, and fine food. And the amazing thing about this is that we learn a lot in terms of creativity across those three markets. So there's a lot we learn on how we can be more creative in food, from beauty or from wine and spirit, and vice versa. We have 20 offices around the world, which gives us an international view of how packs are done in food across the world. And we've been existing for 20 years, reinventing ourselves year after year to be as modern as possible to continue creating these experiences. Why is packaging so important for your customers? Is first, because packaging creates your positioning. First, packaging is the best way to create difference. What we call secondary packaging, which means the box, the envelope, is the best way to emerge from shelves. And as you know, shelves, there's more and more competition. So creating a difference is key to emerge. And the second point is you definitely need to fight to create a wow effect and surprise the customer. And to do so, the best way is really to create a good mix, a fine mix, between technicity and imagination, creativity. Point number 2 is security. In particular in food, you must be sure that you create trustful and food-proof secure packaging. You can't do whatever you want in food, and you need to make sure that it is convenient. Contrary to cosmetics and wine and spirits, in fine food, most of the time you will open and close the box many times. When you buy a pack in beauty, you will open it, take out the product, and the experience is over. In food, often you will take a bit and close it and open it again, so you need to have something very convenient. And last is packaging is an incredible platform to express your values. If you have values about innovation, about sustainability, it is really key to express them through your packaging. It's the best possible platform for this. And all this is true and needs to be consistent across all your packaging. It's not a one-off on one specific box. You should do it across all your packaging and across all your gifts and wrapping. The first trend, which is really strong right now, is that packaging is premiumizing in this industry. And this is true first for materials. A few years ago, all packaging in fine food were made of plastic and paper and cardboard. And right now they are evolving. First evolution is that now they are kind of all recycled, which is way better for the environment. And they are recycled, but still they look as good, because 10 years ago, recycled packaging did not look as good as today. But the second evolution, which is even more important in my opinion, is that the type of materials is premiumizing, in particular with the use of wood and metal, which are way more premium than recycled plastic and recycled card. Second trend, and I was walking just before I came here in the trade show, and it's very significant, we can see it very easily, is that most packaging are trying to surprise the customer with new shapes and new ways of, it's not a square box, it's trying just to be different. Here's an example of something we built for a client, so a cracker shape, which did not exist a few years ago and is now a new way to create the experience and the unboxing experience in food. Another one is a collection we developed in our factory. We have a factory in Belgium, well, 2 factories in Belgium, 1 in Spain. This is our Spanish factory that created a shape which is origami-like, which means that there's no glue, there's no magnet. It's only about folding, like in the Japanese and Asian traditions. And this is an amazing way to surprise the customer and make sure your packaging is very environmental friendly as well. And here's another example, not made by us, but which shows that from a packaging, you can create a kind of display and have your packaging open on the table and become a true experience. And I think it's an example among others about how you can use packaging to express how different you are and create an experience at home for your consumer. We also, through packaging, can create new rituals and new moments. And one which is really true, and once more I saw so many in the trade show, is advent calendars. There was no big advent calendars a few years ago in this industry, and today every single brand has its own advent calendars. Simple ones, sometimes some that will tell a story, like this kids carousel made by this chocolate maker, Marcolini. Or this one from La Maison du Chocolat, which is at the same time an advent calendar and a shopping bag, so 2 into 1. Another trend in this premiumization is creating new turnkey products. We developed a project for one of our clients, a French pastry producer called the French Bastards, which is a mix between a shopping bag and a box. So finally, you surprise your customer, and at the same time, you have a very environmental friendly approach, which is to mix 2 products into 1. So you only need 1 in the end, and you have something that is different. And this is a global trend. For sure, we saw it in the selective distribution. When you go in chocolate shops, when you go in tea shops, everything has been premiumized, which is kind of logical for selective distribution. But what is most amazing is that we saw it as well in mass distribution. And a few years ago, mass distribution was mass distribution. Today, it is evolving to become more premium, and that some products might become also closer to selective distribution. And I want to give you 2 examples of this trend. The first one I saw on the marron glacé market. So marron glacé being glazed chestnut, I think, in English. A few years ago, in this industry, most of the mass sellers would sell in cardboard boxes, and they would usually sell approximately 50 euros a kilo, their chestnut. When you go in selective distribution, then you have a fine packaging, so rigid boxes instead of flexible boxes, which is the case of La Maison du Chocolat here, a ribbon to decorate your packaging, and maybe more premium food within the packaging for sure, but still, the difference in price is massive, from 50 euros a kilo to close to 200.